Johnny Carson almost never said what he was thinking. Almost, until guests like these appeared on his show.
You just smell good.
Well, thank you. I thought it was the least I could do.
Somebody has to do this rotten job. I find you very attractive.
He was ready for almost every conversation, just not these ones. When these 5 guests sat down, they turned the whole thing around on him and created moments that are still worth watching today.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
In February of 1979, Sophia Loren sat down with Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. To America, she was already a movie legend, an Oscar winner with nearly 30 years on screen. But Johnny had just read the story behind the star, all the way back to her childhood, and he started with the part most people never saw.
I am really surprised when I read your book, I read the whole book last night, that you managed to survive at times in your childhood. Because you were there during the war, and how do you pronounce the name of your original hometown?
Pozzuoli.
Pozzuoli.
Yes.
Then you went from there to Naples,
Yes.
you said, which was even worse at that time. And spent most of the hours hiding in tunnels and dodging bombs.
Because of the bombings in the tunnels, yes.
That was the part she carried with her. Food was so scarce that she often went hungry. She grew so thin, the other children called her the toothpick. So when Johnny spoke about her childhood, he wasn't just asking about a book. He was sitting beside someone who had lived every page of it. Then Johnny turned the conversation back, just lightly enough for Sophia to surprise him.
Are you uncomfortable with me?
You know
Why?
why?
I don't want you to be.
No, because I didn't write anything about you in my book.
Her book was full of her famous co-stars, and Johnny noticed one name missing.
Well, that was damn unfair.
And that's
But I will forgive you. I will be magnanimous tonight and forgive you for that. Well, you had too many other interesting people to write about. You wrote about Marcello Mastroianni.
it's really unforgivable.
That was Sophia Loren, whose life was larger than the show. The next guest made him say something he hadn't planned to say at all. By the time Bernadette Peters walked onto Johnny's stage in the summer of 1987, she was already the toast of Broadway and had been performing almost her whole life to get there. That night, Johnny told his audience exactly what he thought of her.
Bernadette Peters is here tonight. She knocks me out. She's a marvelous performer.
Bernadette's stage life started before she was old enough to understand it. Her mother had wanted to perform, but never got the chance. So at 3½, Bernadette was already in front of a television camera. Once she sat down, Johnny met her on that old show business wavelength.
Didn't I meet you in a speakeasy in the 1920s in New York somewhere?
Probably. That was me, I'm sure.
Do you ever get that comparison? People say you have that insouciance of somebody like, you know, the 1920s.
I know it's true, actually, but if you look, I have kind of the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, and I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now.
Oh, you're marvelous to watch.
Thank you.
Then Johnny said the kind of thing only Johnny could make sound harmless.
Somebody has to do this rotten job. I find you very attractive. How have you managed to escape marriage?
It's none of your business. I think that I just was not ready. I don't think I was ready. I think there was so much for me to...
We're never ready.
No, you should talk.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying, yes.
Bernadette didn't flinch. She turned the question right back across the desk.
You're getting married again. Can I ask you something personal? This really is interesting to me, and maybe to you all.
Well, it probably is personal.
Why are you getting married again? I should let you answer.
Well, I'm engaged.
Yeah, that usually leads to marriage.
Sometimes it does, yes.
Most of the guests would have let it go. Bernadette kept pushing it.
Do you like being married? Do you love the girl so much?
Well, I've been training for this a long time. You got to get it right sooner or later. I'm persistent,
I think it's kind of nice.
Keep trying, sure. I'm old-fashioned in a way.
If this is the kind of television you miss, subscribe. We share a new story every week. Bernadette Peters gave Johnny exactly as good as she got. The next guest had her answer ready before he'd finished his first sentence. By March of 1985, Candice Bergen had made her own name as an actress and as the author of a best-selling memoir. But when she sat down with Johnny, his first remark caught her off guard.
You just smell good.
Well, thank you. I thought it was the least I could do.
One should appear on a show smelling good.
Absolutely.
How
A
are
certain
you?
amount of hygiene.
How's this doing? Good?
Yes, it's the bestseller list. I'm thrilled.
Knock wood. I miss your dad.
That little line from Johnny carried a lot of history. Candice was Edgar Bergen's daughter, and in Johnny's generation, that name meant Sunday night radio, Charlie McCarthy, and a voice everybody knew.
You must have been an exceptional student to have this great honor bestowed upon you.
I don't like to brag, but I was pretty good in arithmetic.
She'd just finished a television miniseries called Hollywood Wives. And when Johnny brought it up, Candice gave herself a credit you won't find on the screen.
Well, how do you see it personally?
I was, well, as you know. As you probably maybe not know, I was technical advisor on that picture. and was fired halfway through the picture for giving bad advice. Anyway, it must have been fun.
I think it was a grotesque exaggeration myself. I think those kind of women just don't exist.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Candice was also living part of her life in France then, so Johnny asked the question an American host almost had to ask.
The French just don't do nice. They're beyond nice, and they just think it's stupid to be as nice as we are. And I always thought it was strange that they seem to treat people like swine, basically.
Like swine?
And I thought it was just Americans that they treated like swine, but in fact, they quite like Americans now because the men in Dallas and Dynasty have made Americans very fashionable there. And then I realized only recently that they treat each other like swine too, so that it's once you accept that, it makes it very easy, and it's very nice to live.
Candice Bergen kept Johnny on his toes the whole conversation. The next guest brought something to that desk he had no category for. By October of 1990, Shirley MacLaine was more than a movie star. She was one of the few guests who could bring Hollywood, Broadway, bestsellers, and spiritual curiosity to the same chair. Johnny didn't have to agree with all of it. He just had to keep up, guessing from the moment she sat down. On December 6, 1973, Diane Keaton sat down with Johnny Carson. She had just starred opposite Woody Allen in the science fiction comedy Sleeper, and she was already part of the Godfather world before Part 2 had even reached audiences. She was 27, living in New York, and talking about her two cats, Bill and Blanche, as if they were part of the booking. Johnny was used to guests who came ready with answers. Diane came in with something more interesting.
Did you ever get sick?
Yeah, I used to as a youth. I had asthma. You know, it's one of those ones.
Oh, that's murder.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's awful. I mean, it's really awful.
Did you just grow out of it or what?
Yeah, I grew out of it, yeah. And then I got something else, you know?
Well, what'd you get?
Neurotic.
Neurotic? No, come on.
No.
Would you rather have asthma or be neurotic?
Well, absolutely.
At least for asthma, they can send you to Arizona.
Then Diane stopped the conversation to tell Johnny something.
Now, I'll tell you something.
Okay.
I saw you in real life. Just the other day. That's right. It was just, you know, there you were with your wife, I assume. I think it was your wife. I don't know.
Yes, that was my wife.
Yeah, and I guess you were there Christmas shopping like any other human being. It was.
No, I was just drawing off some cats, actually. Yes, I was there. Why didn't you come over and say hi?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
Oh, no, shoot. I would never do that, you know, but I did take a good look at you, and I said, that's him, that's that guy.
By now, the interview had found its own strange rhythm, and just before the break, he found a way to make that part of the joke.
I'm working on you, Diane. It's going to take a little time.
We try hard.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'll never learn.
No, that's all right.
Johnny reached for the kind of personal question hosts saved for the right moment.
But are you currently going with anyone? Or?
I'm currently not going with anyone. I'm currently preoccupied with my cats and, you know, a few friends.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going with anyone.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that girls always have to, you know, settle down and get married. Don't you get tired of people asking that?
Yeah.
Long before audiences knew her as Kay Corleone, Diane had carried another dream. She wanted to sing. That night on Johnny's stage, she got to be one.
I want your love, that's true. Yes, I do.
These were 5 nights from a different era of television. Johnny gave them the desk. They gave him moments he couldn't plan.